The Emperor's New Clothes. Once upon a time, there was an emperor who cared about nothing in the world except for new clothes. He spent all his money on them so that he could look beautiful. He had a different coat for every hour of every day, and instead of working, he spent his time showing off his fine new things. One day, two men came to the capital city. They said they were weavers, and they told everyone they knew how to weave the most wonderful cloth imaginable. Not only were the colors and patterns beautiful, but the clothes made from this material had a magic quality. They were invisible to anyone who was very stupid or unfit for their job. "These must be wonderful clothes," thought the emperor. "If I had them, I could find out which men in my kingdom are not good enough for their places, and I would also be able to tell the clever men from the stupid men. I must order some of this special cloth at once." He gave the two men a large amount of money to begin their work immediately. The two weavers set up a large loom and pretended to work. They asked for the finest silk and the purest gold thread, but they simply put all the expensive materials into their own bags and continued to work at the empty loom, with nothing on it at all. After some time, the emperor wanted to know how the clothes were coming along. He remembered the magic quality of the cloth, and he felt a little strange. He knew he was wise, but he thought it would be safer to send someone else first. He decided to send his oldest and most honest minister. The old minister went into the room where the two men sat working at the empty loom. "Oh dear," thought the minister, opening his eyes very wide. "I cannot see anything." He didn't say this out loud because he was afraid that if he admitted the truth, people would think he was stupid or unfit for his job. The two men asked him, "Isn't the pattern lovely? And the colors, how beautiful are they?" They pointed to the empty loom. "Oh, it is excellent." "Perfect," said the old minister, putting on his glasses. He went back to the emperor and told him how beautiful the material was. Soon after, the emperor sent another officer. This man looked, and like the minister, he could see nothing, but he did not dare to say that he saw nothing. So he also told him that the cloth was magnificent. Finally, the emperor decided to visit the weavers himself with a group of his most important people. When they arrived, the two men continued to pretend to work on the empty loom. "Is it not magnificent?" said the ministers and officers. "Look, Your Majesty. See what beautiful patterns, what colors." They were too afraid to say that they saw nothing, because they knew that everyone else could see the cloth. The emperor thought, "But I don't see anything at all. This is terrible. Am I stupid? Am I unfit to be emperor?" He did not speak his fear. He just said loudly, "Oh, it is very fine. It has my approval." The two men then said that the clothes were ready. They dressed the emperor, pretending to place the trousers, the coat, and the royal robe onto his body. The emperor then walked out in the great parade through the streets of the city. Everyone whispered, "How beautiful the emperor's new clothes are." No one wanted to admit that they saw nothing, for fear of being called stupid. Then a small child cried out, "But he has nothing on. He is naked." "Listen to the innocent voice," said the father. Soon, everyone in the crowd began to whisper what the child had said. Then the whole crowd shouted, "He has nothing on. He is naked." The emperor knew that the people were right, and he felt a deep, cold shame. But he thought, "I must stand firm until the end." And so, He held himself even more proudly, not showing any emotion on his face. The officers, hiding their great embarrassment, continued to walk behind him, carrying the train of his invisible royal robe as the parade moved slowly forward through the streets. Moral of the story: it takes courage to speak the truth when everyone else is silent, and don't be afraid to say what you see even if others disagree. Also, be careful of those who promise things that seem too good to be true.